Hello Taurus, welcome to my channel. I want to thank you for viewing, liking, sharing, subscribing. Please take a look at your subscription if you already have subscribed, because some of them have been unsubscribed accidentally. I'm not sure how, and it doesn't really matter, but double check to make sure you are still subscribed. Please maybe hit the bell. Make sure you get notification as to when I put up videos so you don't miss them. This is a general reading. It's for the time period between October 15th, in around there, to the middle of November. It's not going to resonate with everybody because it is general, but keep in mind that you can still always and probably should check your moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. It just gives you a much bigger, more well-rounded view of the timeline. And I think that's everything. So let's go. First card out. Five of Wands. Now, this is the good tarot, and it's always shown as fire or air, you know, the elements, but I'm going to say it the way I'm used to it. So, Five of Wands, Six of Cups, that's Gus, Seven of Pentacles, Four of Cups. And the next card is part of your overall energy combined with the bottom of the deck. Ooh, nice, the Empress. Queen of Cups. Justice. Page of Swords. Emperor. You have a power couple here going on. You have the Empress and the Emperor. Now the Emperor is the king of all the kings. The Empress is the queen of all the queens. So this is very, very high up, spiritually connected partnership. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So bottom of the deck now, and part of the overall energy with the center card is the High Priestess. This is going to be a good reading, Taurus. I can already feel it. Okay, so give me a minute to just take a look at your cards and get a feel for any energies and messages coming through. Okay, so I guess I'm going to get the messages for the overall spread as I go through the cards, but all I got out of that was these three cards here, the Empress, the High Priestess, and the Emperor. Now I'm going to deal with these two here because that is overall energy for the spread. The Empress, like I said, she is the queen of all queens, and she's the motherly type. She is the perfect wife, the perfect mother. She is very nurturing. She's very giving. It also represents rebirth, okay? Growth, evolution, ascension, rebirth, however you want to look at it. This is climbing to that next level within yourself. It is having done all of the work that you had to do. And I know you've done a lot, and it hasn't been easy, Taurus, but this is the overall energy. You're headed toward Empress. High Priestess, that's a whole other thing. High Priestess is above the Empress. So I almost feel like some of you, now this is going to be a smaller number of you, okay, because it feels to me like some of you are already here at Empress, okay? And you are now making your climb to High Priestess. Now keep in mind, The energies, it's general. So the energies can be male or female, okay? This is why they attached the Emperor to the message they gave me with the Empress, okay? Because the two of you are making your way to High Priestess, High Priest, right? I feel though like majority of you are still kind of working on getting to the Empress, but that's not far off. And then you're going to move into the High Priestess. I feel like it really doesn't feel like a big gap between the two. You know, those of you that are already at the Empress stage and working your way to the High Priestess, and those of you that are working your way to Empress and then on to High Priestess, it's such a small gap. You are almost here, okay? Those of you that aren't quite here, those of you that are here, you're just here. You've just started moving toward the High Priestess, okay? Same with your Emperor, whoever that is for you. They're in the same boat. The energy is, it's almost like it's a reading for the two of you. It's kind of cool. Now, you're here, sort of, ish, because time is an illusion and it is very fluid. This is where you're headed, or where you need to head. We'll know as we go through the spread, okay? All the cards in between are your journey from point A to point B. And like I said, the center card and bottom of the deck, these are overall energy around the spread, this timeline, okay? So first we have the Five of Wands. This is challenge. It can represent conflict as well, but for you, I'm hearing this is challenges. You are facing challenges right now. And that's a given, because if you're making your way to Empress or are just at Empress, now making your way to High Priestess, it's going to feel a little challenging. Hang on a second. I need to take a closer look. I'm going to get my glasses on. We've got a couple of butterflies here, so this is absolutely about transformation. You know, it's interesting. I'm being drawn to these flowers. And you've got like stars. I hope you can see it. It's like the flowers are shooting out stars towards you. And they're taking turns. Do you know what I mean? Like this one here, this one here. This one, not so much. This one is light. So I'm assuming that it has already... Oh no, it does. It hasn't yet. Look at the star is right there. It's on its way out. Okay. So these are maybe areas of your life that you've worked on, that you've come to completion with, but you have this one right here that is not quite out of the flower yet. And maybe that's all, like I said, it doesn't feel like you're that far off from reaching Empress, okay? So it could just be this one thing. And then you're there. She does not look like somebody that's conflicted or challenged. I think you've been through the challenges and you only have this one left. So she's looking, I don't know if you can see her face very well or not, but to me, she's looking very confident, very, it's like she knows I'm almost there. So some of you know that you've been making this climb, you've been evolving, you've been heading in this direction, and you know you're almost there. You can feel it. When you raise that high up, you know you're up there, because just everything in your world, the world looks different, it feels different, you feel different. The way you deal with things in your life is different. Six of Cups. This is, what I'm hearing with this, the message here is longing. You're longing. The closer you get to this and the High Priestess, the more you realize that you have someone so special out there that you're longing. Look at her. She looks like she's longing for something. I feel, Taurus, like you've been through the mill. I really do. I feel like you have been working on things for years. You know, we're not talking maybe 20 years or anything, but maybe 2-3 years. You've been evolving, doing the work, the shadow work, raising your consciousness to a higher level. And that's in order to get to this place with your person. And I feel like you're gonna have to leave comments, Taurus, because I get a very strong feeling that you, for the most part, are in that place of knowing. You know you've done the work. You know you've evolved. You know you've grown. You know it's close. And you've been patient, and you've been just going with the flow for the most part, trying to do the work, but also trying to just be in the moment and go with the flow. And now that you can feel it stronger than ever, because you're closer than ever, you're just, it's like, you know, it's like you can reach out and almost touch it. It's so close, but you can't quite. And you get that, oh, I really want it now, because you can feel it. It's right there. 7 of Pentacles, same thing. I love the artwork in these cards. Look at the way this person is looking at the fairy. Again, I'm getting the same thing off this card. The 7 of Pentacles is all about having done everything you can do. And now it's a matter of waiting. Just waiting for the harvest. You know, you've planted the seeds, you've worked the soil, you've weeded it, you've fed it, watered it. It's just about waiting for it to be ready to, you're waiting for it to ripen. But it's that feeling of knowing again. It's so strong. Look at on his head. He's got all these, they look like almost like dragonfly wings. Dragonflies are a creature that, if you're not aware, they can move super fast with hardly breaking a sweat, so to speak. Their wings don't flap very much for them to gain speed. I'm not sure how that works, but they also are a creature that can, an insect, whatever you want to call them, that can change direction like that. They can be going full speed in this direction and be heading back in the other direction just instantly. And like I said, their wings they don't have to flap their wings a lot to fly fast. But it looks like, it's almost like medals of honor. You know, like you get trophies or you get a medal to wear. This is, you've made it to this point, and this is all the work you've done. And now you've got one, see that? One fairy there. They could be fairy wings on your head for all I know. They just look like insect wings. But it's almost like he's looking at this fairy like, there's that last set of wings I need to complete. Complete this. Again, it's another message of, you're this close. I'm surprised we don't have the 9 of Wands here. They might come out in clarification, but next we have the 4 of Cups. Again, Taurus, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself here. This same message keeps coming through. If you look at her in this card, they pointed out she's got 3 pearls around her and she's holding one. This is the last pearl, figuratively speaking. I know that's not what the Four of Cups represents in the other decks, but she's done the work. She's got one step left, and she's there. And look at I don't know if you can see it in this camera or not, the focus in her eyes and on her face. She is so focused. She's longing, she's wanting, she's worked to get to this point. She's got one step left to go, and she's at this Empress stage and then moving into High Priestess. I feel like when you reach this Empress stage, if you haven't reached it yet, and for those of you that have, getting to High Priestess, piece of cake. It's not going to take long. And once you do, Queen of Cups. She is just a second. It feels like she is in ecstasy. Look at her face. She made it. She's there. She's got the increased intuition. Her psychic abilities are at the utmost level. She loves herself. She is in love with herself. She's in love with life. She's in love with love. She sits right above the Emperor. Her person. His person, you know, whatever. I mean, she's right next to both of them. So this is all about that next level of love. Love of yourself, love for your person, love for the world, love for the people of the planet. And look at how it's exactly the same. Look at the colors. Looks like the same person. It's the same colorings. Eyes closed, eyes wide open. The ultimate place of knowing, of intuitive abilities, psychic abilities. And it's just the highest of highs that you can feel. You are headed on such a journey here. Justice. It's all about balance. It's all about what went around is coming around. What you did, the work you put in, everything that you have put up with to this point, Taurus, all the shadow work, the difficulty emotionally and spiritually that you have endured. It's karma. This is karma. It's all coming back to you, and it's good. It's not bad karma. This is good karma. You are making your way. Wow. Page of Swords. Page of Swords is news that you don't want to hear, generally. But it's also, it's swords. So it's the intellect. It's knowing. It's the knowing. It's knowledge. It's enlightenment. Look at the size of her wings. It's a page, I get that, but what I'm hearing with this is it's a brand new beginning. It might not look the way you thought it would. It might not feel the way you thought it would to begin with. This is a place that you've never been. And it feels maybe a little bit uncomfortable. It maybe feels like you are way outside of your box and comfort zone. But just go with the flow. Be there. It's not bad news, Taurus. This is not bad news. Some of you, this Justice card here, I don't like to use these cards as people cards. I like to use the people cards as people cards. But a message is coming through here for me that if this is your person, this could be Libra, and something you didn't want to hear was a message that came through to you. It could be a breakup. It could be maybe they don't feel the way you do. Maybe they don't want to move in the direction you do. I don't know. It feels like it could have been a bit of a message of bad news for you. But Spirit wants you to know that spread your wings, because you are about to soar. The reason that that worked out the way it did is because you're moving towards your Emperor. Okay? Now that's for a small number of you. It doesn't feel huge. For me, it was the way it came out to begin with. It wasn't until I got finished with that Spirit gave me this other message. But it's not a strong message, which tells me that it's not a large number of you that's even meaning anything for, okay? But this is where you need to get to. It's what's next. It's the next phase of your life, Taurus. Coming together with your Emperor. And both of you being in that place of High Priestess. Wow. I'm beside myself here. I have not had a reading like this yet. This is the first. It's amazing, Taurus. It's amazing. I just want to see if there's any other messages coming through. Five of Wands, Empress, Emperor. Everything that you've done, this one last thing, whatever it is, this one last piece of work that you have to do, or that you are being asked to do, is going to take you to being Empress, and then to your Emperor. You can't come together with your Emperor until you are Empress status, which is, you know, a high level of self-love, a high level of love, period. Like I said, love for the planet, love for the people of the planet, love for yourself. Just, it's all about love. There is nothing else on this planet that's more important than love. And as soon as we reach that place, we're there. We're there. Yeah, again, the work you've done, and now the just allowing it to reach that stage of Empress. Because you're going from the Seven of Pentacles to the Empress. So you've done the work, you've done everything you can, except for this one last step. But this is that one last step right here, okay? Once you've done that, you're here. And it's just about waiting, because you've become the Empress. Balance will come to your life. Karma is coming in. Get yourself into that place of being open to receive. Make room for what it is that you really want, Taurus, because it can't come in until you've made room. So start purging. Get rid of the things that don't serve a purpose in your life anymore, including people. It could be including this Libra, if that's your person. This is unbelievable. I don't have anything to clarify here. You know what? Yes, we do. Let's find out what this one thing is that you have left, if we can. What is it that what is it that Taurus has left to work on, angels? What is the one last step? I'm shuffling kind of a weird way here because I don't want it to be loud in the mic, and the mic is sitting on my shirt. Ugh, and I can't shuffle like this, so let's go this way. Thank you, angels. Ten of Cups. Self-love. Because the Ten of Cups, for me, it is the ultimate emotional fulfillment. It's love. It's love. So it's like I said, it's exactly what's happening here. You are raising yourself to a level in where it's all about love. A love for yourself, a love for the planet, the people of it, the animals of it, everything. It's all about love. And you've done a lot of work, Taurus, and I feel like you do have self-love. You're just not quite at the ceiling. You know what I mean? We start to climb those stairs, and you start out down here and you start to gain more and more self-love, and you just keep going until you reach that ceiling, so to speak. You're not quite there. You maybe have just one step on that staircase left, and you're there. What will help you get there fast is to try and stay positive in all aspects of your life, regardless of what's going on. Turn things around. If things start to go south, things start to feel negative, not so good, unhappy, hurtful. You know, if this has happened, if you've got this message that things aren't working out in a relationship, the way to turn that around is to understand and know that you're headed for something much better than what this was. Okay? I know it's still, we're human. We're still humans, and things hurt and things feel negative. But the more you can turn things around to have that more positive, loving feeling, that helps you raise your level of self-love up. And just love, period, in general. That'll move you forward. Wow. So I'm going to ask Spirit and the guides what it is that you can do or need to do, what it is that you need to do, be, think, and or feel to reach this place of Empress, so you can come together with your Emperor and then climb to the High Priest / Priestess level. I'm going to do that in the extended. There will be a link below, maybe one on the screen if you can see it. It'll take you to my website, and that's where you'll find the extended version. If you're going over, I'll see you over there. If you're not, I want to thank you for viewing again. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.